The tendency of the people is to want a hero. The tendency of the hero is to want the adoration of the people. And all of us have to fight against that little monster raising its head up, trying to assert itself as being the Lord over others.
Nowhere in Scripture do we find the apostles or any other leaders referred to by title. Paul identifies himself as Paul, an apostle, but never as Apostle Paul. In fact, when mentioning one another in the letters written to the churches, they use first names only. Though there were many words in the Greek that Paul could have used in his letters to describe such terms as head, ruler, officer, dignitary, worship leader, position, chief, etc., all such terms are conspicuously missing from the apostles' ecclesiastical vocabulary. In fact, the New Testament never uses one of these words to describe leadership in the church. Instead, the most oft-used term in reference to church leaders is diakonos, translated deacon, which means a servant or waiter.
I see leaders as more coaches and security guards and cheerleaders than owners and little Hitlers and controllers, than corporate managers or CEOs or the boss or the man. But rarely ever do you see the outworking of good leadership, because you still have Pastor Fred, and he's the man. And every Sunday it's Pastor Fred, and if we took it one step further like some of the communist countries did, we'd have posters of Pastor Fred everywhere, That would be a little bit too obvious for our culture. But theologically speaking, elders and deacons were supposed to be, in my understanding, the fathers, the big brothers, the ones who, by example, by character, and by extreme love, and minus agenda and personal selfish interest, led the flock at great personal expense.